Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Elia in this incarnation. I am here to comment that tomorrow, January 21st, we have the moon moving out from Libra and entering in Scorpio. And this moon is responding to Pluto, which is right now making this conjunction with the sun in Aquarius. So every month, the moon invites us to the purification, to use our passion at the service of the soul. It is an energy of emotional intensity. But well, right now, its regent, it is in a sign where there is a tendency to emotional detachment, to see things from a higher perspective, from a more objective space, from being away from the personal things, without going into the other polarity, which is not committing with anything, and that not caring about anything. That is the shadow of Aquarius, and it is part of the human experience to know the extremes of many experiences. And while we become to transform, this movement starts to be less polarized, and we are finding a way of integration. So this integration can only be found in our capacity to take charge of what we are transiting internally, to take that to the action. And taking charge, many times it is about being radically honest with ourselves in a way that could not be comfortable, because it is breaking with the perceptions that we have from ourselves, from the others, and from reality. But the one who faces it, their own shadow, the person that can actually recognize it inside and outside, and doing something different with that, which is transmuting the shadow, it is opening up genuinely to light. So this is the labor, and this is a conjunction of the sun and Pluto in Aquarius. It is about discovering that listening to ourselves and being authentic. It also means to transgress, with quotation marks, those things that society could sustain, that are accepted but not necessarily evolutionary nor loving. It is about transgressing even our own programmings of the mind, when we are positioning ourselves in spaces where we are far away of taking the power of consciousness, where guilt is always put on the outside, on other people, on something external, being the victims, or when we are punishing ourselves for something. So all that exists is assuming the responsibility for what is happening, or what we can do right here, right now, in the present situation. When we are attaching to ideas of reality that are creating suffering, we are also keeping us away from that power. And the re-evolution starts inside. At least at this moment, it is very important to do so, to do something really different, because from that space, it is that all the enemies, with quotation marks, are projected outside. But if we are truly open to see what they are showing to us, what kind of imbalance we are reflecting on those situations. Enemies are situations, are people that generate rejection in ourselves. We are taking the opportunity to reveal light. That's why the Bible, the Bible says, that we have to love our enemies, not because we have to tolerate things that our soul doesn't want to tolerate, but because every experience that in the end is causing internal or external conflict, it can teach us something if we are choosing that, and it can help us to break with a shell that is preventing us from feeling freedom. Freedom, it is not given from anything external. There are many people that have access to everything in the matter, and still their minds are creating a prison. So freedom is actually a decision of inner coherence in the present, and it is a practice from my perspective. So many times that coherence implies to to transgress, to not obey a norm, to let go of a form of living into the system or dynamics with other people because they are not aligned with our inner self, because we know they are not coming from love or they are causing harm to ourselves or to others. And we have to have the courage to do so. But it is also important to observe if we are doing things that are born from resentment, because revenge, resentment, hate, all of that is the prison. So if we want to go against something because we hate that thing, it is that it continues to be emerging from the unconscious, from the shadow. And once we can really recognize that from the integration, it is that truly we can create something new in our society. So thank you everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.